Oh shit. What's going on, everybody? I am here, and I have my friend Emmy lavaburst14 with me. Talk to the people real quick. Talk to the people.
Hello, I'm Emmy, as Aegis Cave just said, and I run Hail. I'm pretty cool, and I'm a Joltik queen. There you go.
Emmy runs Hail. Awesome. She just won a. She just top cut a regional with Hail, actually, I believe. And how did you finish at that MSS? I forgot to ask you. You got second, right?
Correct.
Is that what Matt Doggo said?
Yeah, that's what Matt Doggo said. Yep, very true.
Oh, cool. So she's here to help me team build because I suck at team building. But yeah. So Emmy, tell me what we should team build around. Give me ideas here.
That's a good question.
Because unfortunately we don't have access to the new Ultra Beast yet, so we are still building Battle Spot Doubles format.
Very true, very true.
But I do think this is a good analog for VDC 18, aside from like not having burst and stuff. But just give me a cool mon to start with. Like what's a cool mon that you think has potential, but not a lot of usage? Like, does that make sense? Like a Pokemon that's not really seen that often.
I feel like M-Medicham is really interesting with Lele.
Okay. I actually did look at that in the previous episode. So let's look at that then. Let's hypothesize a M-Medicham, because this thing getting the auto speed, I think makes this a lot better.
Another cool Pokemon would be Mega Houndoom. That's another really cool Pokemon because it gets solar power and the ability to Sludge Bomb, which is really interesting in my opinion.
Does it get? Oh, that's right. It does get Sludge Bomb, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie. I messed with Houndoom a little bit, and I couldn't get around the fact that all the Sunsetters that aren't Charizard just suck a lot. They really do.
It's true. I mean, like Scarf Ninetales is something, but then all the other weather abusers just outdo it. So.
Yeah.
And then there's Torkoal, but Torkoal kind of needs Lilligant, and with all the opposing weather in the format, that makes a lot of sense. Like why it's not really.
Right. Yeah. Like if you're gonna use Torkoal, you want to actually like build a team around it. You don't want to just like slap it on there. Like
yeah,
of all the Pokemon you can just slap on the end of a team. That's a Pokemon that's like you really can't do that with. Let's see. We've got Medicham Lele, right? So like.
Correct.
Let's see. So this is interesting because like obviously Gross Lele, like Metagross Lele is a lot. It's fairly common right now.
Yes,
but the thing that I find interesting about Medicham Lele is the fact that I think the coverage between these two is a lot better. Like despite this speed tier being a lot worse, and despite like this ruining Fake Out, that is really unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true.
Like I think this thing does potentially have potential, just in that like it is better. I don't know. Like I feel like this could work into a Tailwind team better. Like I feel like this is a better.
And like try out like a really bulky Finny, and then like you Fake Out turn 1, and then Finny self-swaggers the Medicham, and then you get like that double attack boost. I mean, earlier in the format, I was actually running self-swagger Finny with my Snorlax, and I would set up a curse and a swagger turn 1, and then it would just kind of steamroll from there.
That's true. I actually just thought so. I think we could, if we were to like say we were to build around Medicham Lele. I actually think, so like, say we make our moveset like Fake Out, Zen, low kick, right?
It also does get Rock Slide, so Rock Slide kills Charizard wide if you don't want to run Lele, so there is that option as well.
True. I think this is fine though. Like,
okay.
If we need char counters, we can put them on there. Like we can put, I don't know, like HP Rock or something. I don't know.
Gosh.
But like, so my idea here being that like we lead Medicham plus like, say like Zapdos for example, Fake Out Tailwind, and then like Volt Switch into Lele.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Like, does that sound kind of cool? That's I thought of that and I was like, I think that could do something. I think that could.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be a lot of fun.
So like, let's see. We go Zapdos here. I'm thinking we make this. I don't know. Do you want to make this Specs or Life Orb, or like, what are you thinking?
Maybe even Psychium, just for an extra brute force option.
Mm-hmm.
And we could go like Psychic Seed Zapdos or something, because since you're switching out, then you have the option of coming back in later with Psychic Seed.
That's true. Actually, that's right, because Lele and Zapdos are not really going to be out that often together. I mean, they could in the lead position.
Very true. That's
like
another
the one
option as well, which gives a lot of dimension to the team.
That's true. The other thing, like, the reason I was thinking of Life Orb here is that we could go, because the other item that they run when that's not like a bulky seed or berry is Z-move.
Yeah, Electrium.
So, like Electrium, or I think it's just Electrium, right? This doesn't get like Air Slash or anything. Yeah,
I think it's Air Cutter in previous generation.
Well,
really
I think for the I think for our purposes, I think Electrium is going to be way better.
100%. So, I was just joking around.
So, what are you thinking? Do you think Z move's better? Do you think Psychic Seed's better? Like,
I feel like Psychic Seed and Psychium would be a lot better, honestly. I don't know why. It just feels like it'd be a lot better since you're just volt switching out anyway and stuff.
Well, that's kind of my.
Out at the same time, and if you want a lead option, then you have another lead option besides Medicham, Lele. You also have Lele Zapdos.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like the hang up I have with it is that like if you put Volt Switch on a Psychic Seed set, then you're Volt Switching out of your own Psychic Seed. Like that's the only thing I'm.
True, but you don't have to just use Volt Switch kind of thing. Like there's Volt Switch, E-Bolt, Tailwind, Roost, or something. But then you're kind of walled by Lightning Rod. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's kind of my, like, because you kind of want Volt Switch on here, right?
I would think so.
Like, I guess you don't have to have it, but it sounds cool to fake out Tailwind, Volt Switch out into Lele, and then Zen Headbutt something. Like, that idea sounded really cool to me. Or we go
Thunderboltless and just use Volt Switch or something. This is a rough one.
That is a rough one, because, like, going mono Volt Switch with Psychic Seed, I don't think would be very good.
Yeah, that is very true. That's a good point.
But I also think, let's see, Volt Switch, Tailwind, T-Bolt, like Roost would be the best option. Yeah, I was thinking like Heat Wave or HP Ice, but then like with Psychic Seed, you do want Roost, I think.
Yeah, that is very true. To increase longevity, that is very true.
Huh. So this is already interesting. Okay, so let's do this then. So like we know basically what these leads are gonna do, right? Like we put Psychic, Moonblast, right? Nothing crazy here. Probably like Taunt to prevent Trick Room, and Protect, right?
Very true.
I'm thinking Timid here probably, just because I think Timid Lele is good in this meta right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
Field down speed.
You troll like. Yeah, like, well, you just troll, like, Lando and stuff, which I think is just generally good.
Very true.
So, let's see here, because if you lead, like, Medicham Zapdos, I think you want Zapdos to be 1 point faster than Medicham, so that you Volt Switch before the Zen Headbutt comes out, right?
Very true. We could go Adamant Medicham in that case, just so Zapdos outspeeds it.
True.
You do have Fake Out already,
that is true.
So that is an option.
True.
Adamant bulky Medicham, just because you can run some bulk in it, I would think.
that would be kind of funny. The thing,
yeah,
so
even though its HP is really low, though.
It's true. Like you would need to go very, very bulky on this to make this able to take any kind of a hit.
Very true.
What I'm thinking though is like you go Jolly, but just like missing a point or two, and that lets you like Because currently we have very little to deal with Lando, especially if we go HP Isolus on this. So
Very
like,
true.
ideally, you know, because this lead is just gonna bait out Lando, right? Like this is just Lando food right now. Well, sort of, but
Sure.
like ideally you would lead Medicham, Zapdos, Volt Switch out, and then like Zen to be like Zen into Lando and be faster than it. You know, before it like ground EMs you to death. Let's see. What, like, I guess we could make, like, in that case, I guess we could make this adamant and then make Zapdos just slower, I guess. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's keep developing the team a little bit, and then we can start to like flowchart this a little bit.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I think I like this so far. I think this is cool.
Those would also be interesting on this team. Like, Ninetales would provide Aurora Veil to an extent, and then we could run a bulkier Medicham and Lele if we wanted to.
These are facts. These are facts. I don't know. Like, if we're running bulk on Lele, I would imagine we want to remove Life Orb.
Very true.
Which I guess means we, like, because we were running Psychium anyway,
Calm
right?
Mind, because Life Orb Calm Mind is not bad. It gives it the extra power boost that it needs sometimes.
Yeah, we could make this like, we could even go like the wiki one from Worlds, but I don't know how good that is in the current meta. Like, I would imagine that Life Orb or just like Psychium is a better like meta fit, if that makes sense.
True. It's true.
Let's see.
I feel like
I'm not gonna lie though.
We'll bulk up Zapdos and Medicham though, and then Lele's more of a sweeper.
True. Well, like, ideally, we'll see. I'm kind of feeling Specs, honestly. Like,
Ooh,
Specs in Tailwind is just...
Yeah, Specs is very
like,
scary.
I don't really like Specs in the lead position. But, like, ideally what happens is we have Medicham out, right? Like, ideally Lele comes in after Tailwind's already up.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of the theory here. So I think Specs is actually decent here. Just because, like, that frees up both, like, the Z move if we want it. Like, we can still run the seed. I think we go, like, do we go, like, HP Ground, HP Fire? I think, like, Shadow Ball. I feel like Shadow Ball's good just for Metagross. And then, like... Let's see. Because, I mean, like, we have coverage for Heatran. Normally, the problem with Gross Lele is that it doesn't have coverage for Heatran, but we definitely have coverage for Heatran right now.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah.
So, I mean, we could kind of just run HP whatever, right? We could run... Or even, like, Dazzling Gleam if we wanted to.
Oh, Dazzling Gleam sounds good.
Okay. So, okay, Dazzling Gleam sounds good. I'm gonna leave Zapdos kind of unfixed for now.
Okay.
But let's see. So, let's see. You said Ninetales is an idea here?
Yellow and Ninetales, yeah, with, Light Clay.
Yeah.
Or Sash.
True. Yeah, I think Light Clay is way better. Like, I've been using both, and I think Light Clay is just a better... Because, like, you kind of want Ninetales to die. Like, after you set Veil, you kind of want Ninetales to die so that other things can come in. And,
true, unless
like,
you want to encore things and lock them down later. Like, there's an easy way to, like, swap it out and preserve it for later for a second Aurora Veil even, or encoring things.
That's true, yeah, like...
in late game.
Yeah, like, that's definitely something I've noticed as well, is that this thing is a lot better of a support mon in general. Like, in 17, all it does is just click Veil and die, pretty much. But now, like, Icy Wind is super valuable. Like, I've even found Disable to be super valuable. Like, we could Disable, or you said Encore, we could do.
I feel like Encore, like, locks down Pokemon when they least expect it. And if there's only two Pokemon left, then they can't swap out of the Encore in the late game. So if you, like, swap it out after the Aurora Veil goes up, then it can set up a second Aurora Veil and even go for an Encore.
Yeah, that's true. Like, Encore on a hyper-offensive team like this, I think is really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Locks
down Pokemon so they can't really do much and just take attacks.
Yeah, that's true. That's Okay, perfect. So, I mean, Icy Wind also gives us, like, so we can lead, like, Medicham Ninetales as well. Like, fake out Veil. Yeah, like, fake out Veil, protect Icy Wind, and then just start, you know, like, either switch Ninetales into something, start killing stuff. Okay, so this is actually interesting so far. This is such a weird looking team right now, but it is interesting. I think this has a lot of potential. Like, I'm interested to see how this works out. Let's make this timid real quick. Let's see. Okay, so now we kind of start asking, because, like, so basically what this is looking like right now, and we could, you know, like, as we do this, we will probably make adjustments for, like, we'll probably, you know, if we decide we use the Veil option a lot, we might make this bulkier. We might turn this into, like, the CM wiki, like you said. Might make this, you know, seed or something.
Very true.
But I think, like, so at this point we start to ask, like, what are we missing coverage for? Like, how do we develop? Because, like, I actually think the times that we bring all 4 of these Pokemon are going to be fairly rare. Like, Zapdos Ninetales is a decent lead.
Very true.
Because we, like, Tailwind and then Volt Switch out. I think Electrium, like, I'm starting to feel Electrium on this, just to make it like once you Tailwind, and, like, once you Tailwind, you don't have to Volt Switch out into something more useful. Like, you have Electrium to make this, like, useful in and of itself. Very
true. I feel like Electrium is better as well.
Okay. So then I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna say Heat Wave for now.
I can agree.
Just so, you know, let's make this timid. Again, we'll worry about this in a minute. Like, we'll refine each of these in a bit. But as of right now, like, we're kind of missing coverage, I feel like. I kind of feel like I don't think as of right now we take super good advantage of Aurora Veil, so I'm kind of thinking something with just generally better defensive synergy, but, like, also like something bulky and strong, and also just, like, a very
we kind of need a trick room check to an extent.
Yeah, for sure.
Might be
trick room check,
because Ferrothorn checks Rain as well to an extent.
That's true. We do have, I mean, our matchup against Rain isn't terrible per se.
Yeah, but
it's really not great.
It's Psychic Seed, now it's not bulking a Hydro Vortex nearly as well.
That's true. Like, I mean, like the way that lead matchup works, I would think, is we lead, like, Medicham Zapdos with, like, tails in the back, and then we fake out Thunderbolt pretty much, like, to either force a trade, or like if they decide to, you know, like, if they leave Pelipper in, then it takes a Thunderbolt and dies to Hail, you know.
Very true.
Like, I think we can manage Rain right now, but I think, like Ferrothorn in general just probably provides good coverage.
And it covers Sand as well, because I don't know if Sand, well, the Sand matchup's okay, because I'm sure Extra Drill kind of beats Lele, sort of beats Zapdos, beats Ninetales, but Medicham kind of, like, takes care of it if it was a bit bulkier to an extent.
It's true, but, like, at the same time,
then
like, Scarf T-Tar. Yeah, and, like, Scarf T-Tar definitely also, like, after a couple Rock Slide flinches, Medicham's going to be low enough that Extra Drill can finish it off. So that's a good idea. Let's see. Ferrothorn.
Covers a lot. It covers Trick Room, it covers Rain, it covers Sand.
Does this really, like, the one hesitation I have here is I don't feel like this actually covers Trick Room that well.
Especially camera up.
In that, like,
to an extent.
Yeah, like I've actually seen, like, it sounds silly, but I have seen camera up here and there, and, like,
I have too, believe me.
Like, just thinking of all the Trick Room mons that are out there, like, I don't know if Escavalier is any common, or if it's like used at all.
I mean, it one-shots Heatran, so that gives it a niche, so... The Escavalier.
I mean, like I personally think it's pretty decent on Trick Room, but like I haven't seen it anywhere. But like just thinking of the mons that are on Trick Room, I don't think like because one of the things that you want a Trick Room Pokemon to do is like beat a lot of things in Trick Room and also like be good against the Pokemon that like Trick Room, which I'm not super sure that Pharaoh does.
Very true.
So that's like my one hesitation there, because like if we put Pharaoh here, I feel like we'll want something else that's good for Trick Room, but then we're just putting two slow as balls Pokemon on the end here.
On a Tailwind team, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Lax over Ferrothorn.
Lax over Ferrothorn, you think?
Potentially, because it really benefits from Aurora Veil, and it allows it to get up a Belly Drum or a Curse or whatever it wants to do.
True. I mean, I feel like if we put Lax here, the only situation we're even going to bring it in is Trick Room. But
yeah,
I
it's a
don't
good point. We would bring Ferrothorn a bit more. That's true.
Yeah, like Ferrothorn's for the sand matchup and stuff. So I mean, like we could go. Let's see. If we make this Lax and then we go like Kartana in the last slot, does that cover our matchups?
Potentially.
I mean, like we kind of want this for Rain too, right? Like it's not an auto loss to Rain if we don't have it.
Well,
but having this over,
if we can manage Hail or get up a Tailwind, then we can easily sweep with Kartana versus Rain.
That's true. Like Rain runs Swampert now, runs like
Bloom Doom Kartana just obliterates Ludicolo, and
yeah, for sure.
And bulky Kartana could be like really good with Swords Dance or Sub.
Okay. So if we go, okay, so let's visualize this here. So if we go Snorlax, we make this, Figgy Berry, blah blah blah. I feel like Curselax is better for beating Trick Room.
I can agree.
Than Drumlax is.
I can agree with that.
See. Probably recycle, return. Oh, not two recycles. Return. High horsepower. And then we go. What was it? Kartana. Okay. Is there like a? Should we just use kind of a standard-ish spread? Is there like a good Curselax spread that you have?
Well, usually what I use is just max HP. Well, 244 HP for defense, attack, and special defense. Normally, that's what I run. Because with a relaxed nature, I just usually run that because it can bulk a Buzzwole's superpower without any curses up.
Okay.
It's really interesting in V17, but I'm not sure what like Curselax normally runs nowadays.
That's kind of what I'm wondering too. Is I think we should just go I think relaxed Snorlax is probably along the lines of what we want.
I love
so like if I were to go
max defense, max HP. It's really a lot of bulk, and it allows it to live longer on the field, and it's just really good.
Like I know this is Wolf's Drumlax spread, but I remember it being also really good for Curse. Like somebody used it for Curselax as well.
True.
So I mean, like this is close to what we want. So I'm just gonna like until we test this and decide that this is like a team that we like, I'm gonna say that this is probably sufficient for now. And then let's see, we want Gracium, right? We want Bloom Doom.
Yeah.
Sounds like the play. How nice would this be that if it got Tailwind right now? Well, let's see. We want sub on this, right? Like Sacred Sword.
Sacred Sword sub sounds
kill.
Pretty good. Or we could go Swords Dance if we really want to, but I feel like there's too many things that can kill it if we don't go sub.
Yeah, I think the number of things that you can SD against in this format is probably fairly slim. If I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, like in last format, I could just set up a Swords Dance, like with a Finny and something else on the field, and then when they bring in the Arcanine, I'm getting up to +1 just right there, then and there. not on the field. I
Yeah,
just set up the
Fizzle,
swords, dance, bulk the Finnies, attack, and then it's like Arcanine comes in, and it's like, oh, now you're at +1 and already weakened down or something. Or I can weaken it down, so.
That lives, let's see, what's the percent you need to be at to live hail? I think it's 90, let's see, it's 93 point something. 6.25. You need to be at 93.75. Okay, so this is the amount that we need to live Coco T-Bolt in terrain plus a turn of hail. Okay, so then the rest is how much in attack? Does that sound good? Like I just made a quick spread of basically like the minimum special defense you need to live Coco T-Bolt in terrain.
What I usually run on my Kartana is actually only 100 attack investment, and I have 12 in HP. It just allows it to like live a bit more, in my opinion. But I usually run 12 HP, 140 special defense, 100 in attack, and 252 speed. Yeah, but it's a really odd spread that I run.
Well, no, that actually sounds familiar. I'm just trying to remember, like, because I've done these benchmarks so many times that I can't even remember like what Kartana can actually like live.
Well,
it's weird because like I've used
modest Coco's T-Bolt, which is kind of cool in terrain. So
lives modest. Okay.
I've lived modest before. I mean, I think it's a roll, but I've lived it before.
Yeah.
With one.
Oh well, that's actually. Let's see. Let's see. If we go 20 HP, then that's actually guaranteed.
Interesting.
And that also lives timid plus a turn of hail. So I think that's like good call there. I think that is our spread. So let's go. Let's see. It's 100, 24, and then 140. Or let's see. Wait. What did I do?
Yeah, we can't run that much. There's 4 extra EVs I think you have in there.
There we go.
We need a little less attack because you're going to run 12 in HP, but yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I ran 20 to make the roll guaranteed. But yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
Okay, so we've got Tails. I put Timid here, but I'm not sure that that's I feel like Timid's good here because we are Electrium.
Very true.
And we do want to like Volt Switch Zapdos, I feel like wants to Volt Switch as fast as possible. It just sounds like it'd be good. Like we can make Specs Lele bulk here if you want. I don't know. Like what are your thoughts on that? Like what do you think?
I think we have a lot of bulk on the team between Kartana, Snorlax, Ninetales. I think we should see how it runs like without bulk first. Okay. Bulk, then we can always shove it in.
I agree. So I think for Medicham then we'll make this we'll just make this like slower than Zapdos but faster than hopefully as many other things as possible.
Very true.
In fact, why don't we do this? Why don't we just use Hydreigon as a benchmark? Because I don't think there's anything in the 99 speed tier. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure of that as well.
Let's see, base 99 is Genesect, Xerneas, Yveltal, and Gourgeist. I don't think I care about Gourgeist.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
So I'm gonna use Hydreigon as the speed tier. So we do need 166, I think, right? Okay, so that was entirely pointless what I just did, but okay. So let's see. Alrighty, this is really interesting. This is not where I expected this to go, but I think this definitely does have potential. At least like I like some of the concepts here. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out in practice. Cuz like basically like this is very flowcharty, right? This is very like fake out into Tailwind, Volt Switch into Lele as you Zen. Like I think there's a number of ways that can be broken down. Like especially like opposing terrain control, I think is really annoying here. But I also think we have, we have Kartana to beat Feeny, which is like currently the most common Tapu. And like if they have Bulu, just like LOL basically. But But yeah, this is interesting. So I'm gonna end this episode here. You got anything you want to plug? In fact, first of all, let me do this. Sorry about that, everybody. We had some technical difficulties, but if you guys are interested in following Emmy lavaburst14, which you should be because she's fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
I will leave her Twitch link in the video where you can click on it, as well as in the description. Do you have like a YouTube and stuff that I can plug as well?
I don't really use my YouTube, but I have a Twitter.
Okay, well, follow her on Twitter, follow her on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and we will catch you guys in the next episode where we play test this team a little bit.